Wow.
Nice. You're doing good.
Wow.
I have something important to announce.
Wow.
I'm also doing good.
Wow.
Look at me, I'm Donkey Kong!
Ain't it foggy outside? All the planes have been grounded. Ain't the fire inside? Let's all go stand around it. Funny, I've been there, and you've been here. We ain't had no time to drink that beer. 'Cause I understand you've been running from a man that goes by the name of the Sandman. He flies the sky like an eagle in the eye of a hurricane that's abandoned. The years gone by fast. I suppose you have missed them.
Oh, I almost forgot to ask. Did you hear of my enlistment? Funny, I've been there, and you've been here. We ain't had no time to drink that beer. 'Cause I understand you've been running from the man that goes by the name of the Sandman. He flies the sky like an eagle in the eye of a hurricane that's abandoned. I understand you've been running from the man that goes by the name of the Sandman. He flies the sky like an eagle in the eye of a hurricane that's abandoned. I understand you've been running from the man that goes by the name of the Sandman. He flies the sky like an eagle in the eye of a hurricane that's abandoned. I understand you've been running from the man that goes by the name of the Sandman. He flies the sky like an eagle in the eye of a hurricane that's abandoned.
Alright, we are back. Let me get a bit closer here. Call person 9 for $20. Do you know your Steam curator is invalid if you don't play the games on that list, even though people like Anita have been influencing the industry without ever once playing the games they critiqued? Crazy, right? Yeah, gotta talk about that. That's been a interesting one. Dr. Homicide for $2. Time to celebrate my third super chat, the 100th time. Yeah. Okay. I've seen the new Crow trailer. It looks okay. As much as I can say, which maybe is a good thing, maybe is awful. We just don't know. Okay. We ain't showed ever doing the streams again, like reacting to channel awesome movies and Quentin reviews. We definitely have stuff planned. It'll be great. I was on raising chickens. I like chickens. They're funny little animals. I had neighbors that raised chickens, and they're just the goofiest things. Did you hear? Apparently, artists are complaining about people stealing their art. The irony is bigger than Titanic. It really is. I don't Kingdom Hearts. If any of you remember the scene, Kingdom Hearts 3, your sword jumps on the keyblades. I wonder, I played Roro fight the power. It sinks well. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, I had my first emergency call today as a driver. Oof. That's crazy. Cryptors coming out of the woodworks again over the SPI-DEI consultation. Yeah. I did like that people directly and firmly told Daily Wire to fuck off. Where it's like, no, you people, any other day of the week, you are literally saying that video games are awful and shitty and nobody should play them. Now you want to pretend like you care? Fuck off. It's like, yeah, I like that. I like seeing people directly go, no. There's not going to be any grifting this time. Fuck you. Which, yeah, that's good. Did you see Matt Walsh trying to grift on that there's money talking about SPI thing you talked about for years? Yeah, that bullshit. It's like, no, you fucking weren't. You directly said you hated video games. Fuck you. That's on Battlefront release being a disaster. Yeah, kind of amazing. Kind of amazing. That's why I spent all my money getting Dragon's Dogma 2 and Rise of the Ronin. Also Final Fantasy. I've been happy with that. Got any IRL stories for us tonight? My cat Marina was fascinated by her first storm today. It's been nice out. Tried to make buffalo mac and cheese, and it turned out pretty well, but, didn't read the recipe right. Got a little bit unfocused due to martini, and forgot about the cream cheese that goes into it to make it creamier, and I replaced it with white cheese, like, queso blanco cheese, and it ended up being a little bit stickier than intended. Cheese was a little bit too heavy. Still ended up tasting pretty good, though. So it's just one of those of, like, small little detail thing that was like, that kind of sucks, but points for next time. How the doggos? They're doing very well. I will have to shill the usual. Have to shill Winston's link. He is in the midst of the tournament arc, and his tournament arc is I will not lie, it's been rough. This has been the most difficult challenge so far. He has consistently been at 9th place, so he's having to work for the good boy status this time. What game catered to women besides Tome and equestrian related stuff? I don't fucking know. I kind of assume they play video games like we do. Like they play Resident Evil and shit like that. What should I get from Popeyes? The spicy chicken sandwich pretty good. I kind of like the hot sauce they use on it. Kind of tastes like peanut butter. My nana's birthday tart was a smash hit. Blueberry and lavender. That sounds nice. Any thoughts on the recent Spider-Man 2 leaks? There were more? Is this about the one where they want to split Spider-Man 3 into multiple parts? Because we've already known about that. Were there more leaks from there? Look at the news. Coverage from Rushia's friend on the Bluebird website. She did attempt the big S and was emergency rushed to the hospital. She's currently in unknown condition. Not surprising. She is fucking crazy. Hornet bot for $2. Well, you ever been soft lock in a game? Yeah, did you never play any like LucasArts graphic adventure game? That happened all the fucking time. I thought there were only 4 competitors left. No, it's more... It is 3 rounds left, but they are in groups of 10. So it's 10 dogs each, and they whittle them down from there. So it's like that. Paying on who's sexiest SMT, persona, female, demon, or summon. I don't remember any of them. The cat lady was pretty cool. I liked her. Because of the Bart tournament. Yeah. Hey, banana pudding today. I haven't tested it yet. Still in the fridge. Hope it would be tasty. Yeah. Banana puddings that have, like, actual bananas in them never goes wrong. Never goes wrong. Would you want to force Unleashed remake? Maybe. Skithach. Yeah, Skithach. Which Scarecrow design do you prefer? Arkham Asylum, Arkham Knight? I think Knight is better because it's implied he has no face. Because, like, Killer Croc ripped his face off, so he just has the mask and you can kind of see under it. I like that. That was metal. My mom was a true Winstonite. She loves the little guy. He is awesome. Well, they showed a destructible environment and more Venom stuff than about destructive environment. Yeah, that was from the leaks from before. Where they did talk about that there was massive chunks of the Venom stuff that was cut. Probably because they're trying to stretch Venom into its own spin-off game to basically double dip. Where it's like, hey, all these segments that were in Spider-Man 2 that you could just play in one game, what if we turn that into a spin-off? So it's like, yeah, they're getting greedy, and you look at the way those games are budgeted, and it's really not surprising at all why they would get greedy, because they have to pay their money back. IGN's also back calling RE5 racist. Yeah, it's like... That has been the most interesting part of the whole Sweet Baby thing going on, where games journalists are rushing all the way back to the 2010s era talking points, not realizing how much has changed. Like, being able to community note them has been such a massive game changer in them getting opinions. Where right now the only people supporting them are directly just industry people, like just developers, just industry insiders like that. Those have been the only people they've managed to convince to actually, like, give a shit about this. Because anyone else, they'll look at it and they'll see the community note and go, oh, you're fucking lying, and then move on. They only have that in-group solidarity. And right now, even that's starting to waver to the point they're openly threatening each other, where they're going like, well, we'll make a list of everybody who didn't speak up, and we'll remember you. So it's like, okay, so they're just flat out threatening each other now. Which, that's always a fantastic sign of complete solidarity. He watches Wrong Pickup Girls in Dungeon. Series has made best girls, a lot of combat weapons, including cute brown Amazons. Yeah, it's pretty good shit. Data War and Breath of the Wild double dip instead of a $20 DLC. Why not make it a $70 game that's $20 worth of content? Yeah, a little bit. Excited for Suicide Squad. Easy kind of boring singing the ending theme. No, I didn't really plan on watching it. Remember, the government supports them because it's fucking funny. Yeah. Stop using fucking words you hear on the internet chat. You can't make your shit woke by just being greedy. See, catalog guy got outed for something on Twitter. He got accused of something. From what I understand, it is very shaky, but it is extremely ironic. Because he was one of the big guys that was trying to go after the Urban Spook guy and call him a pedophile. And the Urban Spook guy even came out and said, oh, wow, it's almost like it sucks having a bunch of bullshit allegations thrown against you. He was nice about it, though, because he's like, yeah, these are bullshit, but, like, yeah, may this be a lesson. Don't just blindly support this crap. Mark99 for $2. Sup, Lolly, saw the new Warbond and Helldivers 2. I was able to collect enough credits to buy it. And yeah, that's the Jinro armor, right? It looks pretty cool. Apparently, from what I understand, Casper Van Dien, the guy who played Rico in Starship Troopers, is trying to set up a cameo in Helldivers. I think that'll be fun. Think we'll see a Ruby Ridge or Waco Gamergate edition? I don't think, no. It would have to specifically be someone swatting somebody, which we've already had swatting incidents. So, you know, it's one of those things of, They're trying to fanny about the Homeland Security FBI thing as an intimidation tactic to go, look what we can get done. I don't think they're ever going to get that done. Because, yeah, the FBI and Homeland Security would have to literally convince everybody across the country, yes, there are terrorists that are angry about women in games, and go so far as to gun after them in a way that results in somebody dead. That is a multi-pronged thing that relies on a lot of different things going right for them, and they are not in a position to risk that. See the NYC subway shooting, escalating retardation, ending in a dude getting shot in the head with his own gun. Wow. What, Urban Spook dude? Urban Spook has a series where it's literally just Urban Spook. That's the name of it. And it's about a serial killer, and the serial killer kills people in fucked up ways. One of them was that he kills a kid, and he takes part of his body to, like, have sex with it. It's like a sex doll thing because he's a fucked up serial killer. And people called him a pedophile for that when it's like, dude, this is the serial killer, the bad guy of the story. It's like, it's supposed to be like this. They're trying to push the idea that chuds are terrorists. How far will people willing to humor this shit? And that's what I mean. As much as they go like, oh, look, we can get Department of Homeland Security on you, notice how little people have actually been willing to defend them. It is all industry people. It's all their own friends. You know, it's only the people we already know have biases and connections with this group. So, of course, they're going to defend them. There's financial ties. You know, there is no actual loyalty. You know, they can't actually mobilize anybody to defend them. You also notice it with how little they get likes. You know, I know it's kind of a weird thing to bring up likes. I mean, you can just bot likes. But the fact they can't even bot likes convincingly, and it's so obvious that they're trying to AstroTurf this, I think it's why they are so desperate to push the Gamergate 2 thing. They are desperate to push the Gamergate 2 label specifically so they can incite that same outrage and hate and be like, guys, look, it's Gamergate, it's back, you want to fight that, right? But nobody gives a shit because it's like, no, what Sweet Baby did is indefensible. It's indefensible, and anyone with half a brain will look at that and go, I'm staying far the fuck away from that. Because at first there were people going like, oh man, Sweet Baby doesn't do all that shit. Stop fucking lying. You know, they did do the song and dance. Then one of the higher-ups at Sweet Baby tried to report the Steam account. Then they tried to dox him. Then they did all this stupid shit. It's the Hogwarts Legacy list. Anyone that attempts to speak up for it will be beaten down with the fact of, motherfucker, that's not what happened. You know, they can go, oh, well, it's, you know, it's a harassment campaign. It's this and that. They have the screenshots where the CEO is directly telling people, fuck this guy, report his account. The Alyssa chick from Kotaku who tried to dox them. You know, they have the screen caps from one of the higher ups. It was Lego Butts, who was what, Maya Kramer? Yeah, it was Maya Kramer, who works at Sweet Baby, who's saying shit like, you know, nigger is just a term for white girl, and calling people faggots and things like that. So it's like, hey, these are all there, and if you speak up, these will be thrown back at you, and you will look very, very, very stupid. So they don't really have a choice right now other than to stay quiet, especially with guys like Asmongold talking about it and Mudahar. I fucking hate, once again, that people had to be given permission to be angry about this. but they gave people legitimacy to look into it and go, no, this is not a harassment campaign. If anything, it's literally the exact opposite, and you people are liars. So it's one of those things. Funny for a progressive company, people that whine over having their opinions stifled and oppressed, they're more than happy to do it to other people. Oh, yeah, 100%. You had the one guy that's like, oh, so from what I understand, some Puerto Rican guy wanted to be a Nazi and harass people, and he got called out, and people went, he's fucking Brazilian. And he had to delete everything because of that. It's like, yeah, that shows you how stupid this side is. Like, the thing I've grown very, very, very weary of hearing is the whole, it's not about the money, it's about the control aspect, it's about the ideological control. No, it's about the fucking money. For the higher-ups, guys like BlackRock and WEF, yeah, it's about the ideological control because they're in a position where they don't worry about money. But for the boots-on-the-ground soldiers, the actual people pushing this crap, the people that work at Sweet Baby, the people who do this shit, it's about the money. It's about the money because you see it at every fucking step. At every fucking step, when they are put in a corner and you see how they truly behave, they never, ever live up to the ideals they demand others live by. There is no ideology to them. It is a way to get money and have loyalty. You know, they want that loyalty, that in-group behavior to where they'll all, you know, circle the wagons and protect each other when it comes down to it. But at the end of the day, they don't believe in any of this crap. They don't believe in anything. They're nihilists. You know, so the whole idea of, oh, well, we just want to change the way people behave and do all this shit. No, they fucking don't. We saw it with Anita. Anita didn't give two fifths of a fuck about finishing her video series. If it wasn't about the money to Anita and was about rebuilding, you know, people's mentality and changing the face of the industry and all that crap, she never did it. You know, she never did it. She never finished her series. She never did anything. She just advertised herself as a consultant to steal a bunch of money. You know, Zoe Quinn never did it. She ran off with the money to go vacation in Japan. I mean, it's a thing to where, like, this is not an ideological war. That is the biggest thing that people need to accept about this. This is not an ideological war. This is people that are in it for a grift. They're in it for money. The ideology is just a sign of loyalty. It's just showing you are not going to rock the boat. You will do what we say, and we will protect you. That's why Blizzard went so long without having its dirty laundry aired, specifically because they were woke. They would preach diversity. They would preach DEI, all that shit. That was it. The fact that DHS follows reports over gamer extremism really irks me, but anything for the bureaucrat system to grow more right. Oh, I don't believe it. I flat out don't believe they're doing half the shit they're saying they are. They're doing it for an intimidation tactic. It's just to go, don't go too far with this. Don't you know Department of Homeland Security will gun after you? Shove it up your ass. Like, show me the fucking proof. Show me somebody fucking raiding a guy's house to have him arrested, and then I'll fucking believe you. You know what I mean? Yeah, Zoe Quinn killed a guy. Yeah, Zoe Quinn killed a guy. Never forget that. Zoe Quinn killed a guy. I think they believe that they believe it. They delude themselves thinking they're fighting for a grand cause and they're just spoiled and selfish. I don't even believe they believe it. I truly believe it is just the Salem witch trials. They are in it for their own gain and don't give a shit if you have a noose around your neck because it's not their neck. And guess what? They get to steal what you had. It is pure, unadulterated selfishness. There is no ideology here. You know, there's no ideology. This isn't a political thing. Once again, why I'm happy that people told Daily Wire to go fuck off. This is not a political thing. None of this had anything to do with politics. It is pure and simple corruption. Pure and simple corruption and nepotism of friends who are way too friendly with each other in an industry where they need to be professional. It's like, no, there is no, you know, this never had anything to do with liberal versus Republican or any crap like that. It's like, no, this was a bunch of corrupt scumbags that protected each other, gave each other favors, had sex with each other, did drugs with each other, raped each other, all that bullshit. And they just want to keep that up. They want to keep up basically having barely any standards at all for their industry, that kind of thing. They want to make it about the politics because that's the easiest thing to split people apart. When Gamergate turned into the right versus left thing, that's when everything fell apart. Because all the fucking retards went, well, I got to back my guys because I don't want the Republicans to win, and then that fucking fell apart. What is their end game? Money. Like, just pure hedonistic degeneracy. To get a bunch of money doing absolutely fucking nothing that they can spend on drugs and booze and meaningless sex. That is the entire point of this all. It is keeping up their Brave New World lifestyle where they get to be high on Soma for the rest of their life. That's it. Remember when Daily Wire threatened to fire Candace Owens over Israel and Palestine, really beating the conservative ink allegations? Yeah, right. Grifters are low-level employees of SBI and other such entities might believe in the message, but the higher-ups are just grifters. Yeah. Cold person having $10 are also pushing GG2 so hard because normies and corporals won't do, but the most minimal of looking into it when they see some news segment on it. Hence why pumping out articles and Wikipedia manipulation. Oh yeah, that's 100% what they're doing. That's it. They are mobilizing every single facet that they can to get this done. And once again, them being so blatant about it is kind of biting them in the ass because people are just going, hey, Wikipedia, why are you only trusting games journalists, the people right now being accused of being corrupt? Hell, most people didn't even learn about Sweet Baby because of Wikipedia or an article. They learned about it from Asmongold, who directly said the games journalists are lying about what happened. So, honestly, the best thing to do is to mobilize the bread tubers. You know, mobilize the social media people like bread tubers and their influencers and people like that to crack down on it. And right now, from what I understand, they're not touching it. I think they're absolutely in the process of touching it, and I think they are going to try to make some kind of trend of them all pumping out video essays saying, that's not how Sweet Baby works, you know, the usual talking points. But right now, they're kind of going quiet on it, and at most, they're just popping up on Twitter and saying, well, that's not how that works. And then, of course, getting bodied. People are like, dude, this is the shit they fucking said. This is the shit Sweet Baby fucking said. Even Steven Crowder said that, saying that the right going after video games is a stupid plan. Yeah, it's controlled opposition. They're supposed to lose. I've said over and over again, the conservative Inc. mindset is that they are the 80s kids movie bad guy. They are there to look like the fuddy-duddy, out-of-touch asshole that wants to tear down the rec center. That is the point. So they will barge in and look fucking stupid. That's Matt Walsh's whole job, is to look fucking stupid, and then nothing gets done because all momentum is fucking, you know, ground to a halt because this asshole barged in and wanted to take care, you know, control everything. How's the FF7 Rebirth so far? Pretty good. I got to the Golden Saucer and I got to Cat Sith, and he sounds like Easy Leo from Disco Elysium, so it's fucking with me. Cultural Shift War was phoned the fuck in around 2012. They got spooked by shit like Occupy Wall Street Tea Party. Oh yeah, 100%. BreadTube is full of anti-GG people who are involved with defending Zoe Quinn. I think that's another reason they don't want to touch it, because this circle is very, very radioactive. If they come out and say, well, these people are totally good and they never did anything wrong, people will say, remember when you defended Zoe Quinn who killed a fucking guy? Like yeah, Zoe Quinn killed a guy. She nuked her entire social media presence because she killed a guy. Love to hear a video essay from you about SBI, actually. Saul Goodman just made one. It's a small one, but it gets the point across. What do you think about Blood Queen plotline involving an Eldritch God? I think it's fun. It starts off as like a goofy little minigame, then turns into like, oh shit, that's higher stake. You see a new Dragon's Dogma video with Ian McShane? Yeah, good shit. Complete all side content in June on. I'm about to get to the marching scene. There's a lot to do. It is a very big game. Like she literally killed a guy by drawing him into the big ass. Yeah. That's on Wendigoon's video on Ruby Ridge. Some people are saying he was too harsh on Randy. I think he added more of the nuance to the situation than Dankula did. Where I kind of view them as like a power duo now, where if one doesn't cover details, the other one will. So Dankula might not talk about, you know, Kaczynski's journal where he was pissed off he didn't blow up a child. But Wendigoon will bring it up. Wendigoon might not mention the fact that the neo-Nazi gang Randy Weaver was involved in was already infiltrated by the FBI, so them going after Randy meant literally nothing, but Dankula will. You kind of want to watch both. How's Iggy and Winston? They're doing good. They're doing good. What's the worst energy drink you ever had? Some of those, like, barely a brand, like, all-natural ones, those are fucking terrible. Magic Mushroom upload by TJ Kirk, and who boy, I wouldn't say a word to the police if questioned. If another news, the new FF14 event going on, go to the Old Gradania Theater. Okay. Also, yeah, I'm going to have to check out that Magic Mush one. Magic Mush does good stuff. He does good stuff. Yeah. Meanwhile, have news of old movies being shown in theaters again. Really shows the state of modern Hollywood. Yep. Meanwhile, we have heard what Hiroshi Kirsch did yesterday. She impulsively bought a plushie and found out that in AliExpress the same plushie was 2/3 cheaper. Drop shipping is scum. Yeah, poor woman. Poor woman. Could be wrong, but I heard that the guy and staff that wrote that article called Native American Descent Child Chiefs Fan Racist for Blackface got laid off. Yeah. Yeah, that the entire department got laid off. Energy drinks are either the best taste or utter piss. No in between. Yeah, seriously. Bought so much Hololive merch and hentai I no longer have space for storage. Do you know what the Thermian argument is? Dan Olson created as a way of dismissing in-universe explanations for stuff leftists find offensive. Didn't Dan Olson plant CP on 8chan? I don't think I'm going to listen to that guy. I think I should stay a libertarian on the voting ticket this year. I don't care. It's up to you. Some people are mad because Stone Toss used him getting doxed shield plushie. He did it smart. He did it smart. He took it on the chin and went, I'm going to use this as a chance to profit because now I get to be like, guys, look, they doxed me. And he's right. Like, he's right. Yeah, he did it smart. Okay. As he did Dan Olson, then denied that he did so. Yeah, as they traced it like right to a computer his friend had and everything. So your idol Hitman manga raise you the Fable manga and movie recommendation. Yeah, the Fable's interesting. I was a businessman doing business. I like being libertarian, but God, the LP is cringy. Yeah. Sontas Docs Kiwi Farms reaction. Oh no, he's hot. Why isn't Dan in prison? Because they could never officially prove it because the only source of it was Kiwi Farms, which is terrible and evil and slanders people. Even though they traced the IP and the fucking head mod at 8chan helped them do it right to a personal computer that belonged to a friend of Dan Olson. I love how everyone begrudgingly loves him. Like all the lefties call him a dick, but they still admit they love his comics. Oh, yeah. Favorite firearm? I love my Fall. It is a really cool gun. I also like my PPK. That's on the South Park games. They're good. They're good. They're some of the better South Park material we've had in a while. There we go. I've noticed that what you think of yourself on powerful than what other people think. Do you think this is true? I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. There we go. Oh my god. He's a big happy boy. So we gotta go to the New Gradania Theater. It should be... Yeah, maybe... Yeah, we'll figure it out. World needs to go back to liking MILFs, no more CP. Also, the X-Men 97 director got booted from the show, which wouldn't be suspicious if it weren't for the fact that he deleted social media. Yeah, I think it's going to be awful. I think it is absolutely going to explode with how bad it's going to be. Because you don't do that. You don't nuke your entire fucking social media presence before your show comes out. Winston winning or Mori finishing Berserk, you only get to pick one. I mean, like, I want Winston to win. I don't give two shits about Mori. Oh, you mean Koji Mori. Okay, yeah. In which case, yeah, that's different. I thought you meant Mori as in, like, you know, VTuber girl started Berserk, in which case I'm like, okay, good for her. I don't really care. Okay, so now we gotta figure out where to go from here. Weird ass question, but what is your opinion on Monster Girl reverse grape hentai? I don't want to answer that. We don't have to talk about things like that. No one put a gun to your head and made you do that. What's a good starter pistol? A lot of people pick up Glocks. I don't really like Glocks, but you know they're light enough, 9mm. Kind of get you used to it. When we putting Sophia Narwitz to the corn, that one guy on Twitter was adamant it needs to be done. Yeah, that was stupid. Like Sophia was right in the sense of like, listen, don't trust people like fucking grifters that explicitly are in this for profit. They will just fuck things up. Especially somebody like Walsh, who has a history of fucking things up. What's all the eggs? Because the Easter event. You know, April's coming in like 2 weeks. Let me look up the... Moore's going to be singing the ending song for Sequati's guy. Yeah. That's from 4 years ago. 8 more days till DD2. 8 more days. 8 more days. Gonna be so good. DD2 and Rise of the Ronin. Rise of the Ronin's coming out the exact same day. It's like, holy shit. Quick correction, I don't think there's proof of Olsen posting the CP. He did admit to downloading it, though, because he's retarded. No, there's proof. They backtraced it literally all the way to a computer his friend had. They traced the IP address. Like, it was fucking smoking gun that he fucking did it. But because it came from Kiwi Farms, everyone's like, well, that's doctored, that's this, that, and no one took it seriously. Okay. Well, I'll figure out from here. It's not giving me the new event quest. Because it's the theater in New Gridania. Trying to remember where the theater's at. Because it's been a while since I've been in Gridania. I don't like coming here because it's full of elves. Oh, okay. Alright, I am following. Kiwi Farms is right. Mm-hmm. Glock Aftermarket makes it a decent choice. Try buying mags for anything knock locks. Yeah. Won't be able to play DD2. No current gen system computer GPU isn't up to snuff. Pain. True pain. I'd say is what you think of yourself is more important than what other people do. You agree? Oh, you mean like how you view yourself? I mean, yeah. You know, that comes down to self-confidence of like, it's important to consider what other people say, but at the same time be aware that a lot of people like to speak out their ass. So, listen when you know it can refine what you know you're good at. That kind of thing. MILFs or tomboys, also cat finally being slowly accepted in mainstream YouTube again is nice. Both. Both. Favorite Nine Inch Nails song or album? I don't really listen to much Nine Inch Nails, but I like the I like the Quake soundtrack. Quake soundtrack's really good. Okay. Your least favorite, most favorite tropes in anime stories? I don't like the whole. I don't like the whole thing of like a character going out of their way not to kill somebody. I mean, you have to do a quick 3 quests. Okay. Like, what I mean is, I don't like the trope of, like, oh, I just want to enjoy the fight, and I'm not going to fight at my full powers. Like, no, I like it when people fight to kill. And that's the reason I like Berserk. That's the reason I like Fist of the North Star. People fight to kill. Lawrence Job for $1. Mori's new song, Overkill, is actually a banger. Also, opinion on Mori moving to Japan for Shotocock, then leaving Japan when the short dude swerved her so hard she actually had a crisis. You love the MC in Battle Royale. Yeah, I like Battle Royale. Yeah. Like I said, there is a whole area of stories that I like. You know what I mean? Up there, Goku, though. Dragon Ball actually doesn't engage with it as much as people think, and even then, there's usually a good reason for it. You like Devilman? Yeah. To be fair, Kenshiro kills are redeemable. But that's what I mean. It's like a lot of the time when they do that shit in anime, mainly shonen. Shonen's the one that's really bad with it because they like stretching out fights for chapters. You know, a lot of time when they do it, it's usually just as like a bullshit cliffhanger, where at the end of a chapter or the end of the episode, they can go, oh, I'm not even at my full power, and kind of do like a power escalation thing, where series that fight to kill have to be more creative with it, and that's where you get stuff like JoJo, to where it's not just big number, it is in fact just different rule set, and they can exploit their rule set in different ways. So I like stuff like that. So like Bleach is really bad about, you know, actually letting characters stay dead, but characters are willing to fuck each other up. You know, like Kenpachi just kills people. That's on how Villain Saga does pacifism. It gets a little preachy in parts, but it's still really good. This isn't even my final form. Yeah, that stuff. Like, in the manga for Dragon Ball, it's really good, and if you skip a lot of the filler in the Frieza arc, it's actually paced very well. But it's a thing of that only works because of how much buildup there was to Frieza. When it becomes standard, it gets really noticeable and really annoying. As God intended, Kenpachi just kills people. I mean, yeah, look at fucking 1,000 Year Blood War. Thousand Year Blood War, you have the Quincy's come in, and they're killing shitloads of Soul Reapers. And then you just see Kenpachi covered in blood, and he's like, yeah, I just killed a bunch of them. Because you remember, oh, he doesn't even use his Bankai. He just slashes people to ribbons with his fucking sword. And he, like, rips the one dude's throat out. It's like, he is just a fucking animal. K-Bash used that Thurman argument called gamers racist for not supporting Squato. Yeah, that's retarded. I mind versus pacifism, but the fans who LARP as pacifists are really annoying. Yeah, no, it's like, no one's a fucking pacifist when a gun's against your head. Not even Thorfinn. Battle Show is either the hypest shit imaginable or the most annoying drag bullshit possible. There's no in between. There is no in between. Speaking of DB, Goku and Gohan are kicking the shit out of each other. Mui Goku launched Gohan through a few mountains with one kick. Like, goddamn. Yeah, I know Super Manga is getting pretty wild. Kenpachi just built different. He really was. Do Kenpachi have a Bankai? He has a Bankai. He just doesn't like using it. Because as stated, he just wants to kill people. Also, the old man. When the one Quincy shows up and wants to kill the old man, and with like one slash, he fucking like melts him with fire, and he just says they'll all die by my hand. I mean, that to me is like way fucking harder of a moment than any kind of this isn't even my full power thing. Just the absolute quickness and like it's a thing where okay, I wasn't the biggest fan of the Bleach dub as it was coming out. I mean, Johnny Bosch's Ichigo, he does pretty good. But I mainly am watching it sub right now. But when Irishman sat me down, we watched a few episodes of 1,000 Years Blood War. And you get that moment where the old man kills that Quincy. The way he delivers that they'll all die by my hand line, it's like, okay, I'm not going to lie. That went pretty fucking hard. That was pretty good. Johnny carries the dub, let's be real. He does. Kenpachi doesn't have a Bankai. I thought he did. He just didn't use it. Or am I thinking of somebody else? Yeah, Yamamoto about to genocide the spirit Nazis. Yeah, he's fucking great. Like I said, I like the fact the old man was genuinely dangerous. Like, they didn't pull like the Master Roshi. Oh, he's like quirky old man. It's like from the get-go, you realize, oh, fuck, this guy's scary. I love everyone with their Gabus. They're pretty good. Or Goobus, or whatever the fuck. Or He-Man finally got the stutter for dreams, so there's that. Even though it should have been Tatsumaki. I'm never not going to be angry about that. Oh. He didn't even learn. Oh, okay. He didn't even learn his sword's name. Okay. Yeah, Kenpachi didn't unlock it. Okay. He kills with extreme prejudice like Guts, right? Yeah. Like I said, I like that fighting to kill thing because characters go a lot harder in their fights, where like they're putting everything they have into shit, and you see it at the peak, and they have to get more creative. Lauren Stroud for the more Calliope is a Shotokan, Dizzy's into younger guys, Kirsch is into himbos, Pippa's into twinks. Also, Bleach kills people towards the end. Holy shit, does it kill a lot of people. Kenpachi's speech about power and fighting is badass. Yeah. Yeah, Old Soul Society was flat out killers. Oh yeah, they weren't really the good guy. Fucking you see that in the Soul Society arc with the fucking dude, where in the sub it sounds like he's Frieza, because I think he's actually voiced by Frieza's voice actor. And he's the one that experiments on people. Like, he is just flat out evil. He's just flat out evil, but he's just helpful to the Soul Society, so they keep him around. Kenpachi does have a Bankai, turns into an Oni, and his sword turns into a hatchet when it activates. It's so powerful he doesn't know how to control it to a point he eats away at his body. Okay. Yeah, all the way back in Soul Society arc when Yamamoto took off his shirt and he showed his jack, showed he wasn't fucking around. Yeah, I love that. Don't forget the best one, Noah's in love with her brother. Ollie just binged the Scream franchise. Movies don't miss. They're pretty good. What is that thing? It's a Goobo. He's a happy little guy. Remember when Ro finds some pacifists and annoyed by their submissiveness? Yeah, that was a good arc. Zarkai is a Bankai, but its name never got revealed. Okay. You watch any old streams of anybody? Watch old and old streams. Funny hearing his predictions of the future 5 years ago. Sometimes. Never get the stream where Dizzy talked about owning South Park hentai. Oh, God. So she crazy. More like happy big guy. Yeah. You're just chewing away. Is there a Tatsumaki in Bleach? Because I know Tatsuki, but not Tatsumaki. I think I might have called her Tatsumaki by mistake. Yeah, the Tatsuki is like the childhood friend of Ichigo, who's also friends with Orihime, and from what I understand, was intended to be the actual love interest to Ichigo, but the editor Kubo had at the time didn't like tomboys, so he said, get rid of her, I don't like her. And he went as far as like giving her a whole design in her Soul Society form, and it actually looked kind of fucking sick. Actually, the creepy grape of science captain is flat out a felon too, where Ahara recruited him from Super Soul Prison or something like that. So yeah, he is just flat out evil, but he's useful. Okay. Dua Lipa, Stan told other Stans come to his house to fight a Nicki Minaj fan. Flew over to do just that, and cops got called on him. Bleach editor was the worst part of Bleach. It was. He was. Oh. You now get to ride him. Would you like an egg in these trying times? That's literally the point of the quest, is just giving people eggs in these very trying times. There we go. That's a big lad. He is a very big lad. Called, it's pronounced Goob. Fuck you. How about that? How about that? Get in the way of... I think the editor was homosexual. Egg, 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 egg. Much an Ichihime shipper as I am, the Tatsuki concept sounds interesting. The concept art looked fucking awesome, because it kind of looked like... It kind of looked like she had... She had two swords, but they were kind of like Renji's swords, where they would be kind of like the whips. It looked kind of fucking cool. Kenpachi's title, by the way. Kenpachi doesn't actually have a name. He's just called Kenpachi of Zaraki, since he was from Zaraki Village. He is so fucking cool. He's one of my favorite characters, just because he's fucking crazy. What does a boy girl keep hearing about? It makes no sense to me. Why would you try to be a man? Is she a mediocre woman then? Sounds like it. Plop, 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 plop. Get egg, get egg, get egg. Apart from Ryan Gosling being robbed for best song, that Winners was good. Yeah. People on Twitter have been fighting about which DBZ dub is better. I don't care either way, but I have to say Kai's pacing is shit. Yeah, Kai's whole thing was it wanted to remove the filler and be closer to the manga, but then it cut out so much that it even stepped on the manga's toes. To the point of like, listen, you're going a bit too far here. Like, it is just speeding through shit. What do you think of Unohana from Bleach? I gotta look her up. I gotta remember who she is. Damn it. Oh, yeah, her. She was okay. She was pretty good. She's kind of more basic, though. Yeah, Dr. Lay with big boobs. Yeah. Like I said, she was a little basic, you know. Like, I prefer, like, Rangaku. You know, the more Gyaru chick with the big tits. Because at least she's fun. Or like Yoraichi, where she's basically Yoda, but the dark-skinned cat lady. With lightning. Do you honestly think Orihime's a fan of the naked apron fetish? I mean, I imagine so. She gets her time later. Okay, so it might just be a thing of, I don't remember if she had a cool arc or not. You could design your own Zanpakuto. What would it look like? What powers would it have? I don't know. I really don't. That's on Soifon. She's underrated but cute. She's only cool when she's with Yoraichi. Do you know Bleach fans became as defensive as Xenoblade fans after the Super Eye Patch Wolf video? Makes sense. Apparently Super Eye Patch Wolf got a bunch of shit wrong. So it's like, they basically just have to correct people over and over again and say, no, that's not right. That's from that dumbass video. I really like the Easter theme they got. It's nice. It's pretty. That's when Harvest is the best stand. Yeah, really is. Dark King Cat Lady. Well, who knew Kubo would have epic black woman as manga? Yeah, Yorichi's fucking awesome. Need more one-armed fireworks lady. I loved her. She was awesome. She's another one where it's like, God damn, Kubo just knows how to make fun characters. Which animes have the worst fandoms? I avoid drama. My Heroes is pretty bad. What did I Patch Wolf do? I never watched his Bleach video, or if I did, it's been so long I genuinely don't remember. Because all of his videos kind of end up bleeding into the same thing after a while. But apparently he got a bunch of shit wrong. I really should give the Bleach manga a shot again. I know the ending is dividing, but I guess. Anyways, Tyr Hallible is best girl and I won't hear slander against her. The manga is like really fast to get through. Fucking, it's what, 640 chapters, and the Soul Society is like 100 chapters in, and that's like one of the first arcs. So you can actually get through quite a lot of it. He doesn't know about Unohana. I think you have a type Yorichi, Kasuga, Tatsumaki, etc. Yeah, Kubo drew his characters constantly mewing. Like My Hero when it came on Toonami, but I was moving during the time, so I stopped watching it, and the fanbase ruined it for me. My Hero is good if you like superhero stuff, but it is a thing of you just completely avoid the fanbase. Did you ever peak A-Log? I'm not sure what you're typing there. After that one Bleach character got the X's trans treatment, it turns out they were an actual monster, not many gained traction after that. Yeah, one of the Quincy's, who was like an actual fucking serial killer and rapist. I really like that Kubo used Spanish and German influences on his villains in one story, like diversity. Yeah, it was legitimate diversity. Like, one of the villains is a blind black guy, and he's legit, like, got one of the cooler fucking abilities. Like, he's actually, like, one of the better villains. What about that tall woman second in command of Unohana? Definitely would let her snoo me. She's pretty good. Would you shove a hot iron up your ass for a tomboyish detective who can help you solve one problem, or a chick in a wheelchair will help with another? That was Gazelle and the Troons tried to claim him. Yeah. As stated, like, fucking serial killer rapist. Why did I Patch Wolf? I don't know. As stated, like, he made a video that got a bunch of shit wrong. I don't know what he got wrong. Because I haven't watched it. Or if I did watch it, it's been so long, I don't fucking remember. Issue I have with My Hero is mangaka doesn't know how to end the fucking story. We've had the same big 5 fucking times together, and they fused. At least Rumi speak design even after becoming a cripple, a 5'2" girl who Batman couldn't even beat my fetish out of. See, Dead by Daylight tried to appeal to the Troons, been a killer that can shapeshift for the Troon VA, and the VA got mad about it, demanding reparations. Yeah, that's something to where you put your foot down and go, no, you agreed to this, fuck off. I liked Ruruka too, she was cute. Kubo knows how to draw ladies, he really does. Side captain that got her Shikai one punch smashed by Ichigo, Isani Kotetsu. She was pretty good. Her Bleach OP. The OG one from like the very beginning grew on me a lot as I was rewatching it. It's one where I say rewatching it, like it's a thing where I never really appreciated that song, but going through it, I kind of started like going like, you know what, I'm vibing with this. I'm vibing with this a lot. It's very different. Batch Wolf tried to say that Ichigo didn't have any motivation or personality, completely missing the point of his character. He kind of proved he didn't pay attention. Yeah, like, that's pretty egregious. Like, Ichigo very much has motivation. Because, like, very beginning, it's he has to help out Rukia, and he wants to help out Rukia because he feels like he owes her. Yeah, we got to rally. Also, he is fucked up by the death of his mom. Then comes Soul Society. He wants to save Rukia. And after that, he is well and truly in this world, so can't cash out now. I also like Arigato by Kung Fu Generation. I need to listen to that one. Stop bullying Horikoshi. He has it in a boat with Chinese fans trying to kill him. Yeah. Astro's fucking classic. Has a lot of nostalgia. That era J-Rock. It is good. It is very good. Neil's paying for $2, brothers. Suicide Squad Easy Guy coming out. Yeah. That's been in the works for a little bit now. I love Life is Like a Boat. Favorite, the female designs in Bleach are honestly the reason I want to read Bleach. It's very good, very good. Kubo threw out his shoulder, giving you a peek. Big lads remind me of the Machine Lads and Nero Automata. They're cool. They're goobos. Favorite type of soda? I like Ale 8. It's good. Hear a lot of Sunless Sea OSTs in your vids. Are you a fan? I actually didn't play too much Sunless Sea. It's one of those where like I'll play it for a little bit and I'll like it, and then I'll just stop playing it one day and then I won't touch it for years. But the music is always really good. Favorite anime OP? Mine's Black Lagoon. I really like Black Lagoon's Cowboy Bebop's classic, Ghost in the Shell standalone complex, both seasons, like second gig and the original. Very good music, very good music. Bastard remake, the OP by Cold Rain, that was really good. This whole anti-anime bandwagon start because Voshpun did his little kids on his horse. No, it's been in the works for a while. Ergo Proxy, yeah, Ergo Proxy. If you're into like basically goth rock, yeah. Bastard OP Season 1's god tier. It was fucking amazing. Like Orange Range's melody, it captures their native Okinawa prefecture. Yeah. Gangsta OP is underrated. Gangsta OP was pretty good. I liked it. Gintama's a lot of good OPs. Oh yeah, Gintama music is really good. Like I was talking with Dick Bro and we were on the subject. We're like, oh, what's your favorite anime music? And I said, oh yeah, Gintama has like some really good fucking music. And he said to me, he's like, oh no, that's biased because you really like Gintama. And I'm like, no, just listen to it. It's really fucking good. Refu from Black Lagoon looks like a woman who would straight up rape a man. Yeah, that's kind of the author's thing. Yaoi shippers only care if the two boy characters are cute, hot. They nearly cracked a hissy fit when a mistranslation hinted Minata had romantic feelings for Deku. Starting my third rewatch of Cyberpunk Edge Runner, such a fucking banger all around. It's even one of the few series preferred dub I've ever seen both. I still like the JP more, but yeah. Don't forget Berserk. I'm not a big fan of Tell Me Why. I really don't like Tell Me Why. I've never liked it. Asterisk is Bleach OP1 and it's peak 2000s punk J-Rock that Kubo used a lot of inspiration for when making characters. He listed Ichigo's personal theme as Bad Religion's News from the Front. That's a Western punk band. Fade to internet obscurity. Oh yeah, I'm fully aware of Bad Religion. His dad got Social Distortion though, so his dad is the better character. Forces is the real Berserk OP. You're right. You're right. I'll catch flack, but Tank from Cowboy Bebop is fine, just fine. But Real Folk Blues fully blows out of the water. I'd be angry, but Real Folk Blues is really good. Dorara openings are some of my favorite intros to anime, especially Deulai X2 second opening. Yeah. Had an underrated anime, Eden of the East, had no Oasis song for its OP. Speedcraft also Duran song for its OP. Bill Hader will voice the Cat in the Hat in the upcoming animated film. I mean, he's a good actor, so, you know, do something for the kids. A black anime artist, do you know in the Japan artist industry, and do you like any of the recent black anime artists coming out? Like, anime artists that are black? I I don't know of pretty much any. I know there was like a South American guy who became a manga author and like an actual manga author, like published in actual manga magazines. I don't remember his name though. My laptop is almost full. It has 3 Senran Kagura titles, Sega Model 2, and Dreamcast emulators, as well as DOA 1 and 2. I think time is a flat circle. Could definitely rhyme. See, chat, Lolly doesn't like the pen pals, but I do. Vote for Winston. Winston assures he'll Blair tell me why when he wins, even as owners detest. By the way, Hombre Religioso by Mr. Loco is the best OP for a shonen anime. Yeah. Wasn't that Boichi the author of Dr. Stone? Maybe. That does sound familiar. Darren Stash, my favorite black ambiguous author who has the pass. Iwo Torimadoze is a classic, but Silent Survivor and Tough Boy blow it out of the water. Any interest in Unicorn Overlord? I was going to wait. From what I hear, it is really, really fun. It is really good. And it's one of those where the localization has not fucked with it. So a lot of people are kind of theorizing like, alright, did they... Are localizers on their best behavior, kind of like clenching their butt cheeks going, alright, let's not get fired this week, let's not get fired. But who knows? Yeah, did you see the latest episode of Dungeon Meshi? I have not. I love Dungeon Meshi, though. It is so much fun. Dungeon Meshi is unironically up there for me as like one of the best anime so far. Of the current release, but you know what I mean. I know the author of No Game, No Life is half Brazilian. That's pretty cool. Have you read the Elden Ring manga? It's the most serious thing I've ever read for Ofuro and spreading misinformation. I know about the gag manga, yeah. And it's actually pretty funny. I think they included a chapter that referenced I Can Solo Her. Which that was pretty fun. We will now spread eggs to all the boys and girls across the land. In this episode, Dungeon Meshi melded a lot of chapters into one episode, and oh boy, music made this scene so much better. So it did it well. It's not like Promised Neverland Season 2, where it was entire years of story content skipped over. Okay. I Can Solo Her. Why do I feel like I've heard this before? He can fly. The Goobo can fly. I love his little arms. I love his little arms. It's amazing. The voice acting was on point. Okay. I was there for the great Goobo Wall. Such a good boy. Such a majestic creature. I love his little noodle arms. They're so good. They're so cute. Alright, goodbye, my friend. Okay. Alright. Now we gotta do this. So we gotta swap back over to our Dark Knight. Ragdoll arms, it was fucking great. It was amazing. Mr. Dunno. Okay, give me a sec, Yeah. Alright, wanted to be sure. I was enjoying the flying majestic Goobo. Lawrence shop for $1. Odds on the Hell Arc actually getting into full swing before Kubo dies, not great. Also, OP is 3, the one with all the characters' faces flashing to the beat of the song. Best TD is 7 because it's a fucking banger. Everything I lost is good too. I'm not too sure how Kubo's doing with the Hell Arc. Maybe. I haven't really paid too much attention to what he's been doing. I kind of assumed Bleach was just over. Let me see here. Ah, okay, that explains it. go. So we're hitting the inevitable issue of we don't have much inventory space, which kind of sucks. I was Dead by the Daylight trying to be aggressive with their new killer, especially since they didn't seem to be failing or anything like that. Because every company inevitably falls for the ESG temptress. They thought, well, this time we might be able to get a little bit more money, you know, get one more loan for the year, one more, and then they get fucked. They're left holding the bag. Because that trans VA they were trying to tout is like, look, we did representation, is now going, yeah, but I want reparations now, you owe me. Like, trying to bleed them for money. Once again, it always comes back to money. They don't believe in any of this shit. Now, Bleach got a special one-shot chapter last year, which was an introduction to the Hell arc with Ichigo and his son. The game have a place to store things? I think it does, but it's kind of a pain in the ass to get to. They believe in it only for money. Only for money. Playing P4, the scene which Teddy gets everyone documents, and and you have Risei do a spit take on Naoto's breast size. Naoto takes the documents and instantly runs off to shred them. Yeah. Japan on DSP. I mean, everyone kind of knows DSP's funny. Probably wants to know if you want to hop on and do anything to level up or not. Tomias wants to get out of Heaven's Word so they can get to Dark Knight. Right now, we are mainly doing story stuff, so you are free to do as thou wilt. But right now, I say we're mainly doing story stuff. Okay. So now we get to the whale. I see the fake fucking bread tubers look at TJ Kirk, fucking Robert Edwin House or something. Yeah, I know Magic Mush just did a video on Amazing Atheist, so I don't know what he talked about or uncovered. I plan on watching it. Nato is stacked. She very much is. What are the bunny people in this game? Are they as horny as their animal counterparts? They're just bunny people. And the reason why Naoto is best girl, cup size usually ranks, yeah. Also, like if you read the spin-off manga that came out later, where it's about Naoto as an adult, they straight up draw her as like fucking Kusanagi. She's like full on like a femme fatale, like showing off cleavage and everything. It's nuts. There are 2 bunny people in this game. That is true. Biggest of the cast. Gotta read the spin-off manga. Yeah. Adult Nagatoro. Yeah. Well, not Nagatoro. Naoto. She hook up with Kanji? No, she's by herself. I think they make reference to her having a crush on the main guy, though, because everyone liked the main guy. She rides a motorcycle. Truly best girl must breed. She embraced her femininity. Yeah, the entire point of her character. Much talked about the banana and the boiled balls, and not talked about the schizo girl manipulated and drugged for sex. Okay, so he probably just didn't know about her. Going into Ramu, but tell chat the bunny people are very mean. They're Amazons who don't like men and only meet up with men of their own kind to have kids and exile their sons to their fathers. They're also super devoted to the nature goddess. Well, there you go. MILF Naoto activating neurons. Hey, checked out Zombie Powder. It's Tite Kubo's first manga. It's pretty cool and stylish. A western sort of chainsaw swords. I've not read it. Do you have any clue on what the assistants in the Velvet Room are, i.e. Margaret and Elizabeth? They're essentially figures picked by the gods to assist the Velvet Room. Risei adores you. Yeah. She's the lovers, and specifically Persona 4 makes it very clear lovers is like the canonical love interest. 3 kind of implied it, because I think lovers was Yukari, and the answer makes it clear that Yukari genuinely liked the main guy. But then 5 kind of warps that a little bit, because lovers was On, and On is like friendly with the main guy, but they never really imply anything beyond she's friendly with him. So I think that was just kind of a general, she's the femme fatale everyone likes thing, you know? Even then, femme fatale is kind of a generous description of what she is. Yeah, Canon 1's Makoto in P5. Yeah, and she's a different Arcana. Because what? Wasn't Makoto the priestess? Because she was kind of meant to be a little bit of like Yukiko, where she was kind of the top tier student at the school. Seg 162, $5. Ayo Lolly, how am I walking into you guys' regularly scheduled now to a theme goon sesh? Kasumi seemed to like MC in P5. Yeah, Kasumi also kind of ended up being pretty blatant. I think Empress. I thought Empress was somebody else. Okay, so this way. Empress was Haru. Yeah, Empress was Haru. Yeah, Makoto was Priestess. That's what I thought. I was like, no, she wasn't the Empress, because Haru was the Empress because she was the daughter of a CEO. Kind of a callback to fucking Mitsuru from 3. To me, An seems like the girl you could be with, but choose not to because you don't want to ruin the friendship. Yeah, as stated, she works very well as like a friend of the main characters. Because I think they kind of imply her and Ryuji kind of have something. On lovers, Makoto priestess, Futaba hermit, Haru empress. Yeah, it was a lot more of like puns than it was like actual who they were character-wise. My own question is, why did behavior have to do this? ESG money is the new killer, especially since the killer is the only monster that's supposed to be an abomination. When you have a boardroom of investors telling you, no, that's not how that works, and speculative marketing and all that shit, yeah, that changes how you see shit. You know, that's just... When you have a group of guys swearing up and down, nuh-uh, we did the math, that's not how that works, no shit, people will be won over to it. That Haru was the moon. No, moon is somebody else. I think the moon was the Shogi girl. No, moon was the fortune teller. Moon was Mishima, yeah. Yeah, Moon's Mishima, I bully him a lot, yeah. Yeah, Shogi was the star. Shogi girl star, Moon was Mishima. Fortune teller girl, I think she was literally just the Wheel of Fortune. All Persona girls are best girls, so let's be honest here. Maya is the true waifu. Heart boob mommy will let us rest her head on her lap while she strokes her hair. Committees be the death of most industries. You cannot make art by committee, and Sweet Baby is literally advertising itself as a committee. Yeah, Chihaya is fortune. Yeah. Because as stated, her thing is she was a fortune teller. That's on Futaba. She's fun. I'm not the biggest fan of her. There's some people who love Futaba. She gets a little too Reddit for me at times. Maybe it's a localization thing where they kind of butcher her, but it's a thing of like, she's fun for what she is, but there are better Persona girls. Personally, I liked Aigis in P3. Aigis was great. When you find out she's not like a hyper-intelligent robot and she's just kind of basing it off information she is learning at the time, that's great. It's great. Futaba feels like she was written by a writer. I get the joke. She's like an otaku. She's a hermit, so it makes sense. It's just a thing of, you know, I think the actual story stuff with her is great. You know, the whole thing with her mom and how that gets tied into the main plot. I thought all that was good. It's just the fact of, yeah, actually having to deal with her, though, is a little annoying. Alright, we're going to have to do some inventory management. We'll worry about that later. Rather than a writer, she sounds like she was written by a chanter. P5 girl severely underrated. I'm okay with that. Love me drunk Journo Oya. Is there any SMT girls? Yeah, there's more than a few. Looking for Ari Aster's Neo Western with Joaquin Phoenix, Pedro Pascal, Emma Stone called Eddington. I will check it out. I like Ari Aster's movies, even if they're really fucking weird. Like, Beau is Afraid is a movie to where it is split right down the middle. You either think that is one of the greatest movies you've ever seen in your life, or that is a dumb as fuck art film. There is no in between. Your car is a crazy bitch. You didn't hear enter the world just because you got some quick whiff of some dick. As stated, she kind of got localized a little bit, and her actual personality is a lot more reasonable. Even then, all around, the answer is just kind of weak. The answer also just gimps characters, even in the JP version, where they had to like go back and retroactively undo a lot of their character development in order to make the answer work. It's rough. Writer is great, yeah. It's dumb for me. I understand that, yeah. Samurai Manga Lady's best SMT, Human Waifu best SMT, Waifu is Pixie. Yeah. I guess it's a dork, so she's automatically best P3, best girl. TA is best girl 4 because we only accept the best in this YouTube community. And you can fight me on this, but I do love female Jokers who marry in P5R. Because, yes, she's a shallow attempt at writing a character, but come on, I just want to help her, and that Phantom Peak outfit is peak. I don't think she was shallow. I think it's a thing where they needed to imply more with her as the social link was going on. Because Sumeri's big problem is the fact that her twist comes at the very end, and it kind of comes out of nowhere without much build-up, as a way of showing the twist with the doctor. They kind of needed to sprinkle in more hints of what was going on, so you can kind of build that mystery with her, and then you get hit with it to kind of make her more interesting. Because before then, you kind of just get the fun little moments where she's hanging out with the main guy, and it's like, oh, that's fun. You know, she's here. She's the Marie of 5, whatever. But kind of showing, like, yeah, there's something wrong with her. It's like, that would have been better. She's not too shallow, especially if you get to the final boss. Oh, wait, that's too long to wait. Yeah, basically. It's literally like, what, 200 hours? Being on Persona 5 Valentine's OVA, it was fun. It was funny. Kasumi should have been playable after Awakening in October. Yeah, yeah. You doing in SMT5 is peak waifu. She is pretty good. She is pretty good. Kasumi's just too neat. Like, girl, breathing room, please. Yeah, but as stated, it makes sense with her. It makes sense when you know what's going on with her. Alright, what's your worst girl? I don't like Oya because she's just Yukiko again, and I wasn't a big fan of Yukiko. What food are you in the mood for? Yeah, I had mac and cheese. It was pretty good. Akira can't be no incubus like Narukami, but damn, did he try. Can you blame him? Can you? I don't agree. Her events in October is a pretty big hint and twist regarding recontextualize why she was struggling with her gymnastics. Yeah, but still, you don't really get the big full view of it until a little bit too late. Like, I'm not saying like, hey, drop obvious hints that she's fucking crazy. You know, all the way back in the beginning of the game. But the point is, like, a little bit more of, like, hey, there's something going on here. I gotta figure out where the fucking... Where'd I put my gun blade? There it is. There we go. Alright, so as stated, we gotta do inventory management, so we gotta go to Udall. Mitsuru being adorable is when you realize she acts knowledgeable, but is actually completely naive. Yeah, Mitsuru is great. Everyone loves Mitsuru. So Twitter people trying to use cover art of Turok Evolution's way to scare the transphobe for some reason, despite the fact raptors kill everyone's age not mattering. Well, it's the fact of, like, that's literal Christian shit of, ooh, this is how I react to transphobes, and it's the fucking Turok Evolution cover. It's like a dinosaur. Who cares? It's a fucking dinosaur on a game cover. Oh, he has nothing like Yukiko. You take that coal back. It's going right in your stocking. It's never leaving. It's there. It's in the stocking above the chimney. The only hints about Sumeri, quick line from Sojiro early in the game. Yeah, it's like a little too subtle. You know what I mean? You know, just one little hint every now and again during our social link of like, hey, wait a minute, what's going on with her? Like, you know, someone mentioning, like, didn't she wear glasses or something like that, where you can kind of get the obvious hint that maybe this isn't who you think it is. Hey, get yourself a Chocobo for the Chocobo Saddlebag. It's an extra inventory. Also, get yourself a retainer. You can sell items you don't need to or want. Have a near 200 inventory storage. That is true. Being on P3P, FemMC being kind of known as a female pedo can. That's just a little joke thing. I never really took it seriously. Okay. So we shall put away a bunch of our crap here. Trying to remember how to put it in here. It's been a while since I've been in here. What'd you think of Vinland Saga Season 2? It was really, really good. I liked it a lot. It is fantastic. Oh, that is the only thing that'll let me. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Yep. 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 So not perfect, but it'll be enough for right now. Where's P5? Waifu is Haru in her head. I like Haru. I thought she was fun. Drop down and select. Yeah, I remembered. It took me a little bit, but I remembered. I think Juan's gonna be the new Velvet Room Master. Maybe? Looking forward to the game and anime for Sandlands, the last work Toriyama work on. Yeah, I want to see what they do with it. I want to see if they add in like a tribute, something like that, to kind of be like, hey, listen, this sucks. This absolutely sucks. This fucking happened to him. Okay. Alright, well. Did what we could. Better than nothing. I don't understand why it couldn't be, like, head and all that. Yeah, it's, like, specifically... Maybe it's because, like, condition? Maybe? Has to be the only thing I can think of. Fuck it. Brazilian dude made that Sweet Baby Steam page streaming a P3 reload. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I absolutely believe he needs to stop giving interviews. Stop giving interviews. They will spin every fucking thing he says against him. Just don't talk to journalists. Why would you talk to people you hate? Doesn't make sense. Like, they're trying to do... Someone brought up earlier, but someone brought up the point of, like, you know, they're trying to make it a gotcha that he didn't play the games that he's reporting on for the Steam curators. Like, well, how does he know they're bad if he didn't even play them? It's like, he's not saying they're bad. He's saying Sweet Baby worked on them. He doesn't need to play them to say Sweet Baby worked on them. He can just check the fucking Sweet Baby website. You know, it has nothing to do with this game sucks. It's Sweet Baby worked on this. I don't like Sweet Baby. You know, it's literally as simple as that. Didn't he say himself not taking interviews? Yeah. Rumor has it the remakes for P1, P2, and P4 are in the works. Not sure how true it is, but I like to play older games without the problems that come with old jank. I would also really like them. I think he's getting fame fevered. I don't think it's so much that. I think it's a thing of like, yeah, definitely don't do that shit again. It's like, don't take interviews. It just will not end well. You know, Toriyama's fans would throw a fit if they didn't do it in memoriam. Japan usually doesn't do things like that, but they might. It's why Shonen Jump didn't kill Hunter x Hunter and let the manga have an exception to their weekly release rule. He has a weak immune system, and they'd have pitchforks and torches outside their buildings. Yeah. There's some where they earn that privilege. They are allowed to get away with shit because they genuinely earned it. Are they admitting that woke shit makes games bad? That is a question. It's like there's a lot of self-reports that they end up doing. FYI, we never got P2 Eternal Punishment PSP remake. Yeah. P6's main character is voiced by Bruce Campbell, meaning Concrete. before re-releasing them, idiots melting down. I trust it. The fact that P3 came out completely untouched, and they were still willing to do a lot of things. You had the one scene with the fucking chick on the beach, and that was it. Everything else, it was perfectly fine. It was exactly like P3 all over again. It's like, that was shocking. P4, it doesn't even have a scene like that, so it's like even less of a risk. The only thing that could possibly be a thing is Kanji Social Link and Naoto Social Link, which, guess what? The point of them was never that Kanji gay, Naoto trans. That was never the point of the story. So I'm getting interviewed by a dude called Fortenga on YouTube, who's on YouTube. Yeah. Doing shit with like YouTubers is one thing, where it's like, hey, that's at least got the possibility of someone not trying to fuck you. But doing it with journos explicitly, bad idea. Bad idea. Nato is a train. Shut up. We'll be off Twitter when P4R drops, and I'll live for it. Yeah, right. May change up the camp scene. Maybe, and that's a big if, because even then, it's like, it doesn't really mean anything. Surprised people even thought Naoto was trans, Kanji was gay. Yeah, you can thank NeoGaf for that, because NeoGaf never played the fucking game. One question, what if Kefka was in P4, 3, or 5? I mean, he'd basically just be the bad guy of 4. Just a fucking psychopath that kills for fun. Naoto was trans, spin-off manga states otherwise. Yeah, it's just, it's stupid. It's just people who never played the fucking video games. We shall ride. Ride my floppy boy. Yeah. Curls TV for $2. I got Remake 7 and OG 7 on sale. What am I in for? Mid combat, I'd say. Like, not the best combat, not the worst. Kefka's fighting teenagers. Weird, feels like that happened before. Oh, wait. Pink Flipper, go. Lying on a floppy boy. Speaking of Suicide Squad, East Guy anime, funniest thing is that the ED being done by Mori Calliope, Pink Woman can't keep getting away with it. And Persona fan who never played Persona. Yeah, that's going to be something that eventually I will do a Persona 4 video, because I love Persona, and it'll just give me an excuse to play through the game again. But, I mean, it's like, that's going to be something I kind of hammer home with it, where it's like, the game has multiple scenes that explicitly tell you what the theme is. And if you still don't get it, that's just because you're stupid. I'll say Kefka is the best Final Fantasy villain because he doesn't need a motivation, just an asshole. He just likes killing people. Apparently FF Rebirth sales dropped 90% in Japan. Yeah, because it's a PlayStation exclusive, and famously, Sony pissed off Japan very, very, very badly. Like, they can't get any sales because no one fucking bought a PS5. So Naoto Wikipedia page, good god, they spent 20% on Naoto as trans, and have some random fuckwit complain Naoto was not confirmed trans. Yeah, it's like she's not. She's not confirmed trans because she wasn't trans. The point of her is never that she's trans. It was literally the exact opposite. It stopped chasing unrealistic expectations of who you think you are and just live as you are. Persona 4 is the subtlety of Dora the Explorer, and because people can't understand that, Persona 6 has a subtlety of a Sesame Street episode. Yeah, right? Like, people complain about, like, oh, my anime tropes, and it's like, it has to dumb itself down because you're retards. Okay, so a topic I want to bring up is why the fuck do dub companies keep getting YouTubers do crappy English covers to make covers of already made songs sound better in their original language? Go listen to Ultimate Battle from DBS Anime, and go listen to the official dub version, which was done by Nate Wants to Battle, whoever the fuck it was. Because they're cheap, they can underpay them. Alright. There we go. which is kind of true in a way. Sony absolutely betrayed Japan by moving to California. Oh yeah, like they could get away with it last generation because everybody already had a PS4, and that's why stuff like Ghost of Tsushima could become massively big over there. Then you had to tell people to buy a PS5. Japan's pissed. Japan has been pissed for a little bit now, and they are only increasingly getting pissed because they're finding out about localization and Sweet Baby and all this stuff. Stellar Blade PC future release? Probably. I mean, pretty much everything's getting ported to PC. Hey, once battle goes hard, though, dude got me my edgiest years as cover songs. Remember that? I played more Persona games than a literature degree person on Twitter, and I genuinely laughed at it. Yeah, and everyone pointed out the fact of, like, dude, the final boss, one of the final bosses of Persona 4 is a fucking disco with a massive eyeball, and you still couldn't get the theme. I'd be pissed too if my favorite domestic gaming company started shitting on their home audience. Yeah, it's like it is a thing that does not make sense. What they were sold was such a bad fucking idea, and you see it time and time again. The trend for a little bit was whore out to China, then that failed. Now it's Sweet Baby and ESG. Like they're trying to be like, oh well, that's there for a while, but you can clearly tell it's just the newest fucking trend they're trying to chase. So Sweet Baby even affects Japanese games in Japan. They work with Square Enix. There's theories they work with Capcom. If not Sweet Baby themselves, definitely a consulting firm in the same vein. Big Dragon Coup. Say what about Nintendo, but at least they remain loyal to Japanese gamers. Yeah, at least they actually give a fuck. Which is saying a lot, because in a lot of ways, Nintendo fucks things up the hardest. I think about why there's so many fucking samurai games coming out because of Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, because they loved it and they want to do their own spin on it. That's explicitly why Rise of the Ronin's coming out. Do you not care about the theme? They care about shallow and empty trains and gay representation? Yeah. Because they can, ass pat each other on Twitter and go, we're so progressive. To show that they're all loyal to each other. And they can steal money from whatever fucking trans charity they set up that never actually does anything and goes nowhere. And it's like, people can tell me it's not about the money all they fucking want. I still remember Crash Override Network. I still remember the suicide hotline that told people to fucking kill themselves. It's like, no, it's about the fucking money. There's greedy assholes. Except when it comes to Pokemon, those guys haven't fucking cared for years because they know people buy it no matter what. Yeah, it's like Pokemon, they just explicitly know people are going to buy it. You'll buy it to bitch about it. As Nami Alright says, people see what they want to see and believe what they want to believe through the Midnight Channel. How dense can it be not to get that? The reveal of the Midnight Channel being a thing where it's not the person's shadow, it's how people view that person. Like, that is such an obvious hint towards the theme of, no, we are not projecting anything. That is just what humans see in that individual. HRTs ain't cheap, Lolly. Unless you don't mind the cat hair, of course. How do you think the VG industry will crash, if at all? Right now, it's kind of currently crashing. There's still massive amounts of layoffs going on. Like, it is still... part of me thinks that's why they're trying to push the Gamergate 2 thing so much, so they don't have to talk about the layoffs and the industry crashing right now. Because once again, oh no, we don't care about the money at all. It's all about the ideological control, they say, as the company's on fucking fire. And the suits are like, alright, I want a fucking head to cut off right now. Marvel still refused to move Senran Kagura 7 to Switch and PC, but they still stick to Sony like an abused spouse. Yeah. Everyone in this classroom is a whore. Now take a chastity belt and sit down. P4 bad ending gives you a persona for being Adachi's accomplice. And what a persona if I get the bad ending for P3 and 5. I don't think there really is a bad ending in 5. I think you're kind of locked into that. P3, I don't remember if you got a persona. I think you just fucked up. Necker's also calling Gamergate too. I know that's what people are saying. He's saying it because of the meme factor, and everyone's kind of going along with that. I'm very much of the belief of separate yourself from the label as best you can. It's like, this is not Gamergate 2. This is Sweet Baby fucked up and are looking to blame other people. Yeah, Gamergate 3 in 2034. Yeah, like, fucking nothing will change for the next 10 years. They will repeat the exact same idiocy time and time again. Time is a flat circle. There is a bad ending to 5. You go to hell jail. I don't remember that. I don't think I've ever gotten the bad ending. Has anyone here played the Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection yet? It's not great. Don't check it out. Batting in 5 where you fuck over society and Joker gives an evil smirk. Yeah, you have to actively choose it. Okay, okay. So yeah, I've never gotten it because I've never chosen to do it. You see Vivit's video on the Yakuza Gaiden? No, but I heard he had some dumb takes to it, or someone who did a review of it recently did some pretty dumb takes with it. Shorty outside of actual fans seem to completely misunderstand every Persona game imaginable because they don't play it. They rely on what other people tell them. Because they're super fucking long. Like for the longest time, the best friends have, you know, have been known as the guys that help kick off people getting interested in Persona. And Pat talked about, like, oh yeah, Persona 4 is like one of my favorite games ever. It's all that. And then he admitted he never beat it. Like he never beat Persona 4. So it's a thing like, what the fuck do you mean you never beat it? It took me 2 months to beat 3. Yeah, it's like... I like Fallout New Vegas. I only beat it like once. There is a difference. Fallout New Vegas is a very open-ended RPG, where the whole point of it is the side quests. It's like people talking about how they still haven't beaten the main quest in Baldur's Gate 3. That's very open. You're meant to be lost in it. JRPGs only have the main story. I mean, you have side objectives, but it's not the same level. If you're talking about a Persona game, you should beat it. Yeah, it's like, you know, the story is the point of the game. Well, the Sly Cooper games have beaten those games at least 3 times. Yeah. Oh no. What did we do? Took me a year and a half to beat 4, and took me half a year to beat 5 due to procrastination. Yeah. Played New Vegas quite a few times, so it's just something I enjoy going back to. Yeah. Remember Pat literally talking about the ending song that plays while you fight Izanami during the spoiler cast? Dude outright lied. Yeah, it's like, I don't get it. Did he lie about not beating it, or did he lie about beating it? It's this thing of like, why would you lie about not beating it if you did beat it? There was Battlefront Classic at 3 64-player online servers, 10,000 players logged on top of lag. Negative reviews aren't great. Yeah, it's like I had no desire to play it because I heard there's some crippling issues right now with it. People could stream themselves playing Persona, get some money, and avoid being huge hypocrites at the same time. Assholes gotta live in the dark. Yeah. Basically pay for itself. But I don't really talk about Persona. I've yet to beat P3 or P4. That's legitimate. You should. They're very good games. Like you didn't beat it and just looked at the final boss playthrough. See, that's sad. It's like, why would you do that? It's like, especially, okay, if you've never touched the game and don't plan on touching the game, that's one thing where you're like, I just don't have time. I'm just going to look up the story. Fuck it. I don't like that, but at least that's trying to engage with it. Getting as far as like putting hundreds of hours into the game and then not beating it, that confuses the hell out of me. Yeah, looks like Paz finally achieved Crazy Talk Requiem, Eyes Over Heaven. P3 has the endings and FemC, and no one likes the answer. Yeah. Bad fan bases can turn off anybody who wants to get into specific entertainment. It can. It can. I think DSP did that shit. Yeah. Yeah, DSP did it with Final Fantasy 13-3. Yeah, Lightning Returns. Maybe it's a case of him not knowing how to get the true ending and just stopping the politician or Dachi. Maybe, but, like, just admit to that or something. Even then, like, you can look up a guide. I'm not gonna lie, Persona 3 Nyx almost felt for me because she kept charming my party members, but I did do it, though. Yeah. Why has DSP ever been good at gaming? That's happening. Don't have much to do with Gamergate 2. It really has to do with poor economy, overpriced games, and companies being too bloated and overspending on game budgets. Oh, yeah, 100%. Like, the whole idea right now of them trying to revive Gamergate 2 is purely so they can get those rage clicks and go back to 2014, where it's like, no, guys, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. And the truth is, like, no, it's fucking falling apart. This is only making it worse because now it's outright like, well, go fuck yourself. I don't care if you're fired. See Ed Boon make a tweet about adding naked John Cena as a Peacemaker skin in MK1. Everyone called him a hypocrite for sexualizing men while covering up women. Yeah, as stated, it's something where it's like, dude, the funny part about it is the fact of, like, all they had to do was not set the standard. I don't think Ed Boon himself is 100% responsible for the whole covering up women thing. That's a suit thing because, once again, ESG crap. But it's a thing where oh boy. Yeah, there we go. It's a thing where they perfectly set themselves up for those gotchas of, like, why is it okay to have naked John Cena and you can't have, like, naked Katana? What is the difference here? And there's never a difference. It is just, oh shit, I didn't think that part through. Sexist, you know, objectification, porn addict. You know, it's a thing of they never actually think about what they're doing, and they're hoping you just play a part of the performance and shut up and give them money. David said the game was pointless and doesn't really have any weight in Yakuza 8, and the only good scene was the final one. I disagree. There's a lot of build-up to Kiryu's actions. He trade goodwill of his fans for ESG money, yeah. I thought the Peacemaker guy was a suit of floating clothes. I think people at least had some pity for journalists and game devs. Nowadays, no one gives a fuck about them anymore. Hell, people actually hope they lose their job. Yeah, and that's the big difference between now and then. Now and then, they still had clout and was like, ooh, well, I'm an industry insider. Don't you respect me? Nowadays, people are like, go fuck yourself. Like, just go fuck yourself. We don't care. The Blizzard thing, the shit with Alcoholica. You know, there's so much shit where people are actively going like, no, you're a piece of shit and you shouldn't be in the industry. In the quick save, need to invite me to the party. Do need monk XP, and I'm 2/3 level 74. Yeah. Afraid this is the way of telling us that John Cena is a gay communist. Ban that guy. No one disrespects any Yakuza. They say Dungeon Meshi dub is not the absolute worst. I don't watch dub. I just don't. It's a thing of, like, I'm tired of the gamble of, oh, well, this one might not suck, and then it ends up sucking. He's like, nah, just do sub. Just makes it easier. After recent take on assuming the worst of the discourse on consultancy firms interfering with game dev is kind of disappointing. Oh yeah, that's not even surprising. I say Pat's been he's been full of brainworms for a while. He is Canadian. What about journalists who can't even play the games they cover? Yeah, kind of ironic with them going well, you didn't even play the games you sourced on the list. It's like, do you really want to pull that card, motherfucker? It's like, do you really want to pull that fucking card? Dungeon Meshi manga good? It is very good. It is very cozy. So a bit of shooting the NYC subway heroes, how a woman asked where the NYPD. I heard Pro ZD is the dwarf. I'm not watching the dub. Oh, yeah, there we go, yeah. Like, hey, wait a minute, Pro ZD, you can't do that. You're not a dwarf. You've heard the only best friend to stick with these days, Wooly, even then he has some very weird takes here and there. Yeah, as stated, Canadian. Jumping game budgets in the past 5 years has been insane. Like apparently Spider-Man PS4 only did around cost around $80 million, but Spider-Man 2 cost $315 million. How the budget increased 4 times? Because they're hiring all these consultancy firms. I guarantee they are a big reason why the budget jumps up as high as they do, and that's why there's a lot of people starting to go, hey, wait a minute, do we really need you? That's why they're freaking the fuck out. That's not to say that Sweet Baby alone did it. I'm saying the consultancy firm grift all around. Man Who Erased His Name is one of the least fun, most grindy of all the Yakuza games. Nah, I don't agree at all. If you want to know grindy, fucking Yakuza 0 got pretty fucking grindy. One big problem is the gaming company's bad leadership. Director Ubisoft, Sad Skull, and one's quadruple A games. And why would you admit to that? Not only did you make a bad game, you severely overpaid. Yeah. Girls DB, $5. I think it's funny that most Cyberpunk's actual main quests are labeled as optional side quests, and then low IQ fans get pissy when it's so short. Yeah. I would say Ishin's also more grindy. Ishin can also be extremely grindy. You actually have to grind an Ishin to fight. I would say Nara, Zempo Sensei, shit so great, reminds me of a milder Asabi Asabase, but more crack. Trying to remember where we're actually supposed to go. Oh yeah, there we go. I was like, I'm trying to remember one place kills us. Yeah, you get the feeling that comes to Guilty Gear, people only watch Heaven or Hell series by Wooly, which missed key important details, despite apparently Arx is helping with it. Skull and Bones is made from a grant giving Ubisoft by the Singapore government, so Singapore lost money and not Ubisoft. Yeah, and that's the thing when companies are given these kinds of grants, it's basically guaranteeing like, hey, we're gonna give you a blank check. And obviously they'll have values, but the assumption is basically a blank check. So that's why almost every single game that has a grant tied to it in some way fucks up and is way, way too expensive for what it is. Quick question, how long did it take you to beat Watch 3 on your first playthrough? It took me a whole year to beat it. Watch 3, what's that? You mean Persona 3? Because that took me about, like, a month or two. That's Apocalyptic Stories like Girls Last Tour, less violent, more quiet. I like them. I like them. Girls Last Tour particularly has a very cozy vibe, despite, you know, the ending. Sec162, $10. Recently learned precisely what Americans originally did with Nausicaa, reiterating for me that American localization buggery is both older in 2014 and transcends sociopolitics. Yeah. Witcher 3. Oh, Witcher 3? Yeah, about similar. About a month. That one was just around a month. Because I didn't do every single side quest. Have you had to explain the stuff with Sweet Baby Inc. to an older relative yet? No. No, my family doesn't really pay attention to stuff like that. They're aware of it, but they don't really pay attention to it. They're kind of fully aware. It's like, hey, that's kind of beyond what we can know. And Kingdom of Amalur almost bankrupt to stay Rhode Island? Yeah. I'll take Witcher 3 felt like it was punished exploration but not given full rewards for accidentally completing quests. Could be, yeah. Because I know sometimes it really encouraged you just kind of like stumbling into a story thread and following it through. Other times it did kind of feel like, well, you should have known that was going to happen. It's like, how the fuck would I have known that was going to happen? Like, the werewolf fight is probably the first big filter in the game. Because by the time you get to the werewolf, you have no fucking idea what that fight's gonna entail. I'd like to get Res the Run with games like Hi-Fi Rush on my radar. That is very true. Hi-Fi Rush was a lot of fun. I liked it a lot. I'm not gonna buy it because I already have it for PC. So, fuck it. Hope Hi-Fi Rush is coming to PS5. It is. It is. Getting a whole re-release.
Take it, boy.
Read the Land of Luscious manga is cute and sweet and depressing to me. Isn't that the one about the gem people and people kind of say like it's Steven Universe but actually good? So exploration is important. Witcher 3 oils and bomb recipes can save your ass. Oh yeah. How's that filter? Witcher 3 is easy even on hardest. Combat system is fun but very simple. Nah, the werewolf fight was kind of rough for someone that has no idea what they're doing. Because he heals super fucking fast. So you kind of end up throwing your head against the wall and go like, oh shit, oh shit. I think it is meant to be a filter. Like, you were going to figure this out. Witcher 3 is a great game. I don't tolerate people saying it's bad now because CD Projekt Red are not like it used to be. Oh no, Witcher 3 was always good. Like, Witcher 3 is just good. It took a while for them to completely iron things out, but it's good. Remember, reminder, Kun is a crutch. It is. It is. Ever a manga called Gal ni Yasashi Otaku? I think so. It's like my roommate's a gamer gal, right? That's the name of it. Got filtered by the werewolf. Glad I stuck with it. Yeah. I think he is meant to be there as a filter. Of like, listen, now the tutorial part's over, figure out what to fucking do. It's nowhere near as rough as like the Witcher 2 filters. Because Witcher 2 had some fucking brutal ass filters at times. The like giant sea monster fight you had to do. Holy shit, that guy did not fuck around. Give me examples of games where the entire game is a filter. For example, I have Ninja Gaiden 2, the original release. Yeah, you have stuff like Ninja Gaiden 2, original PS3 launch of DMC3. Oh, fuck. OG Demon Souls. That was basically meant to be a filter RPG. Fear and Hunger is a filter RPG in a lot of different areas. The only rough fight on Death March for me was Eridan beat the rest of that too many deaths. Yeah, once you know what to do, it's not that bad. She's the werewolf the first time, but the second I used more alchemy, melted him. Yeah, the werewolf is there to get you to actually read the bestiary, figure out the weaknesses of creatures, and then actually apply that in combat. It's like, hey, use the fucking silver sword, use the fucking oils, use the fucking fire spell, you know, do something to counter his health regeneration. Tried to like Fear and Hunger, but it's just not for me. It is very rough. It's a filter RPG. But I love it. I love it so much. It is the best Berserk game we never got. You're thinking of Gyaro Gamer Homo Ritai? I'm talking about Otaku ni Yashi Gyaro Nitai. I'm pretty sure. Okay, then I haven't read it. Not gonna lie, Cyberpunk 2077 was piss easy when I'm very hard. He's my dumbass Gorilla Fist build. Dumbass Gorilla Fist and net running. If you did net running, you were a fucking god. Bandit and Dragon's Dogma filters many streamers. I never understood the Bandit filter for streamers. Like, okay. The Bandits are pretty rough for your first time. You are just figuring out Dragon's Dogma. And especially with what they expect you to do in the beginning of the game. Where you get the quest to go save Kina. Very beginning of the game, right after you get the Hydra fight. So then you go fight bandits, and you're like, well, I just killed a fucking Hydra. I can do this. And then you get your ass whooped. So I can kind of understand it. But the idea of it actually being a filter, it's like, no, it's just telling you be more abstract with the combat. You know, you're fighting against human enemies that can do all the same shit you can do. Figure out a way to kind of like fuck them over. Like, that's the reason I really like doing Fighter and Warrior. Because they're really good at stun locking. You know, you stun lock the enemy, And then everyone else in your party, so long as you kept up with your fucking pawns, that was another good lesson, taught you keep up with your pawns, optimize your pawns, they will melt them for you. It's great. Bans are easy. The wolf storming is the hard part. Wolves do indeed hunt in packs. You learn that the hard way. Here's those damn water ghouls. Yeah, water ghouls were hard. Not even gonna lie, water ghouls were tough. Bans were easy for me. What filter was the small dragons that came in the wild? Yeah. The creator of Fear and Hunger said Berserk was non-influenced. I flat out don't believe him. Like, I flat out don't believe him. It's like, nah, come on. Yeah, stoner iframe. Yeah. And stun like enemy is good strat in any game. Yeah. Reckon parts of the current arc in Berserk is Guts figuring out how to hurt Griffith, and once he does, Griffith will get his first defeat. That's what I think. It's weird I kicked the band's ass first time I fought him. Because that stayed you probably had shit optimized and you didn't even realize it. Because that's kind of Dragon's Dogma's big thing. Like, you will know if you're unoptimized because you will go from winning every fight to out of nowhere, holy shit, why can't I get past this? And it's usually literally because of one tiny factor you didn't even think about. My favorite scene. It's a really cool scene. You literally show Nidhogg his own eye. I got a few of them, overpower them with strength and numbers are risen. Yeah, it's true. You hear Nidhogg in Japanese, it's amazing. Play Strider or Assassin, you melt human enemies. Yeah, Strider and Assassin are just very good against humans. I love Estinians so fucking much. Like Christopher's now or Berserk. Now, if you play Fear and Hunger, it's flat out, like, there are direct visual references to Berserk. Like, the idea of a mercenary leader that sells his entire army to demons. Come on. He has white hair. Yeah, I call BS on that with Lagarde being Griffith, Ragnvald being Guts, and Darce being Casca. Yeah, it's like, come on.
You gifted my people 1,000 years of suffering. Now I gift you an eternity in darkness.
I fucking love it so much. He ripped out his other eye. What are your thoughts on the Jet Jarrett comics? They're fun. They're very fun. Sucks the physical release of Hi-Fi Rush is now stuck with a dread limited runs game. Seriously hurts every time I see it. Yeah, they fucked up royally. Yeah, this man's VA goes hard. He is such a good voice actor. My eye for my other eye. What now? Any good sites for read comics? I want to read Punisher Max. I mainly do read comics online, which isn't particularly amazing, but eh. Would tying layoffs to Gamergate 2 be a bad idea? Kind of saying the judge pushes you down hard. Well, Gamergate 2 in general is a bad label. You don't want to have that label. Because they're going to use some bullshit excuse to be like, well, see, it's exactly like the first harassment campaigns. Like, no, this is not about labels. This is about, no, Sweet Baby fucked up and did outright criminal behavior. Where do you say that? Influences Fear and Hunger are listed as Silent Hill, Horizon, Amnesia, Netherland, NetHack, or Berserk. The Souls games in Mortal Kombat. He listed all of them. Yeah, I think some dude was just, like, maybe pulling some other developer out of context or making shit up. Because it's like, no, they were very upfront about the Berserk inspirations.
The worm lies broken with the wellspring of his vitality thus denied him. Nidhogg shall not linger long in this world.
I have a theory about Medicre's illness. He was condensing DSP's power so he can use it for himself. Now, whenever anyone wishes death upon him, it reverses CRP, Merch, Ralph, etc.
Many brother knights slain. We traded our honor for the strength which now courses in our veins. And still
Yeah, Navalder is just Viking guts, yeah.
But not in vain, my lord. Kreisvelga is the only great worm left in Dravania, and he dares not leave his lair.
I'm now going to put the link to Winston again in the chat.
Now can challenge the might of Ishgard, ascend the throne, and take your rightful place as the ruler of our people.
Is that Shulk? It does sound like him. New Invincible episode seems to be going for a 2-for-1 deal in the Lizard League fight. Festival of Hands has truly begun.
I must forsake the mantle of king. Though Nidhogg be defeated, his wormling horde yet darkens the skies with wings beyond counting. As one who partook of Ratatoska's strength,
GG1 got silent political bullshit and grifters derailing it, so that locks the plot. Yeah.
leave to retire.
Like British voice acting more than English voice acting. I don't really have a preference. It's just a matter of if you're a good voice actor, you're a good voice actor.
Hell's-bound hunter of dragons.
But Lord Haldreth, what then shall become of the royal line?
Was Gamergate called Gamergate? Has to do Wargate? It was a joke, yeah. Adam Baldwin made a joke saying it was Gamergate.
Turn to in his hour of need. How will he find his way without your benevolent hand to guide him?
I thank you, Sir Flavian and Sir Silvertrill, for dispelling my remaining doubts. With men of such wisdom and compassion in service to the realm, it is plain that Ishgard has no need of a king.
I hear Elvis instead of Shulk.
Bow to the demands of tradition.
Might never, might not ever change voices, but let me tell you, Nidhogg and J.O. has the most death growl voice with every word he speaks in his fight for control of Stain's body peak. I think the sweet baby stuff is going down similar to GG. The hope is not. The hope is people go like, no, fuck the grifters, fuck this shit.
Fare thee well, my brother knights, my loyal friends. On these shoulders shall I bear the weight of my father's sins. With this lance shall I repay the debt accrued through our misdeeds.
What cruel jest has
It was Adam Baldwin, not Alec. Yeah, I said Adam.
have we seized this
Warner Bros. Robbed us of ever getting a Batman Beyond movie in the style of Spider-Verse.
We can but act as our Lord has bid. We few who remain must divide between us the rulership of Ishgard and her people.
Not I. My oath was to Lord Haldreth and he alone. If he is not to be king,
So even though I was able to avoid a lot of bad weather today because it's been blown past us, apparently the storms are brewing. So, and there is lightning. So we may get knocked out, we may not. It just depends. It depends on some things.
honest trade. I shall serve ale instead of shot.
So if things suddenly go dead, it's not the internet dying in the sense that you think. It's because we were struck by fucking lightning. Yeah, there were 24 tornadoes to touch down in Central Ohio. Yeah, they got hit bad. What'd you do to piss off God?
We fought then.
Forton, Heilenat, Dierender, and Zemile. But 4 houses to rule all of Ishgard.
You heard Kratos got a war kill? I like the Poseidon one where he like fucking squished at his eyes. Can't believe Ramu decided your judgment has been passed.
Until the day a king rises once more, we must assume the role of stewards.
I saw Nick Cage possibly playing Spider-Man Noir in live action. That could be cool.
We shall shape our nation anew with a history of our own making, and let the truth of this dark day die here.
Did Kratos kill the Titans? He definitely contributed to them dying.
What ails you, friend? Are you wounded?
Is Justinian their king? No, he is an ancestor.
You have borne witness to history, to the culmination of the first battle with Nidhogg. The legend of Ishgard's founding tells that our ancestors were led to the land of Kurthus by the valiant king.
Can't believe people are now saying Cross Survivor is worse than Into because it's an incomplete movie and feels slow. No shit. Yeah.
Into a wide chasm where they were set upon by a great worm, Nidhogg. A furious battle then ensued with Thor
Ever played Tomodachi Life? No. You mean Descendant? Yeah, Descendant. You get what I mean.
slain defending his people. His son, Haldrath, the first Azure Dragoon, fought on undaunted. And with a mighty thrust of his lance, he gouged out Nidhogg's eye, forcing the wicked creature into retreat. Thus, did this eldritch orb become a sacred treasure of Ishgard, giving its power to every
Alright, so you must pick your steam flavor, Blue Raz or Wild Cherry. I like Wild Cherry.
A rousing tale, is it not? Would that I could still believe it. But your vision, which we must accept as immutable truth, leaves no room for doubt, save on one point.
Ghost's a really good revenge story, and I think neither Jin nor his uncle is right. I mean, Jin's right in the sense of the Mongols were butchering them and they needed to adjust their tactics to win. His uncle is right in the sense of like, hey, they can do the exact same shit to you. Because they did. They learned about Jin using poison, and then they just started using poison themselves.
Beneath every answer we unearth, another question lies buried.
Do you love how he's just stained red for the rest of the story? He's awesome. Mountain Dew or Dr. Pepper? Dr. Pepper. Mountain Dew's too sugary.
'Twas a fierce battle, but one I knew we would win.
That's an older woman, younger man relationships, and vice versa. We need your opinion, man, on the internet. I don't care.
Proud am I
As long as it's legal, I don't give a fuck. Why does Limited Run get so pissy when he call out the delivered package comes out damaged and cheap, and Limited Run have outright blacklist you for critique their products? I don't fucking know. Goes to peak game and agree pretty much gray area between the two. Yeah.
must have words with Hraesvelgr. There are parts of this tale that the worm has kept from us, and I would know wherefore.
I don't give a fuck about the movie being incomplete. The fucking script for Crossfire sucks. Also, why is there a pregnant Spider Woman in combat? Yeah, the pregnant woman in combat thing will never not scream of just, you know, this is the writer's totally not fetish. It's like it. I've never seen it in a situation where it did not feel like that. Where it's like, nah, this is somebody that's like, no, but isn't it super cool though? It's like, no, not really. It's not particularly cool. Okay. So we got the mana cutter, which is pretty cool. And we got the black chocobo. Metal Gear Solid 3. Listen, that literally could, like, the only reason that works is because Kojima tackles the world with an almost, like, abstract poetry kind of logic, where, no shit, it's not grounded and realistic because Kojima is fucking weird. In person calling out chat member out, James Watson, the second or third time he asked about Moscow reverse crepe hentai shit. Stop it, get some help. I didn't even care about the woke shit in Spider-Verse. I generally just didn't like the story of Spider-Man going along so easily with Miguel don't work for me. Well, at least they showed the whole thing of like, listen, if you fuck up, the entire multiverse collapses. So it's like, that's at least a decent enough, you know, stake. The problem is, yeah, they make it very obvious that Miles is going to be the one to find the middle ground and find a way to save his father without, without having to destroy the multiverse. Like they're obviously leaning towards a fight your fate thing, which I'm not against. The problem is having Peter from the last movie be like, no, Miles, you kind of have to do this. It's like, no, I feel like he, especially by that time, he would be like, no, I'm going to help you. It's like, fuck these people. It's like, at the very least, Spider-Man would try. At the very least, Spider-Man would try to find out a solution, He can fail, but he will try. Your thoughts on Michael Bay Transformers movies? I don't remember any of them. Also, Miles way too OP in the movie. I don't really give a shit about him being OP or not. I feel like he had decent enough challenge to him, because it wasn't really about whether or not he could fight. It was more about the fact of like, hey, can you save your father? It's like there was a bigger challenge at play. It doesn't always have to be about skill set. Would you believe me if I told you in Game of Thrones there's a character called Gaimon Palehair that is the Cunny King, King Cunny? Yeah, I know Game of Thrones. Missed opportunity to not include Japanese Spider-Man. What's your favorite type of dragon? I don't really think about it. First one's the only good one, but still like the other since coming back into Transformers. Or we might be able to fly. I don't know if for sure we'll be able to. Right, well, we might have to do Hydromoguls. Yep. Actually, I had a dream about Spider-Man last night since I watched the movie again. The only thing I remember from said dream is Miles going, every Spider-Man has a dead person behind them. Your dead daughters make you special. When I woke up, I thought, Miles, this is how you get murdered by Miguel. Japan on multi-pinch food and monster gangbangs, just normal Steam questions. This won't fly. We gotta help the Muggles out before we can. Is Game of Thrones ever good? First couple seasons were really fucking good. Kick the Moogle. Favorite Rocky movie? OG. OG or maybe 3. Talk with a friend online with her about how Nashville doesn't show up on radar maps. I think Nashville is like a Thanos. Opinion on Po' Boys. I'm not sure what Po' Boys are. Are we kicking the Muggles? Have you seen their rebirth designs? They're fucking horrifying. Po' Boys are Cajun sandwiches. Oh, okay. I've never had one then. I don't know what I don't know what the criteria for a Cajun sandwich is. Hey, damn it. Have you seen House of the Dragon? I didn't. It came out long past and I was done with Game of Thrones. I'll not buy an FF remake game until Zack becomes even more playable. Then yeah, definitely check out Rebirth. Spider-Man 29 or Batman Beyond animated series. I like Batman Beyond. It was really cool. I was scared koalas. Honestly, I don't blame them. All of them carry an STD that can spread to humans by contact. Yeah, it's fucking horrifying. Take a sandwich roll and stuff it with fried seafood or soaked meat. Oh, okay. That doesn't sound too bad then. I think it would just depend on where I got it and what it was. Not replacing the whale, right? Of course not. We love the whale. The whale's still right here. It's in a spot in the hot bar. D&D are good at adapting material from book to movie, but aren't very good at writing themselves. Yeah. When they actually have to rely on shit themselves, they usually kind of get fucked. I just gotta watch what I say because the GMs of this game can read PMs. You can boot me. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah. Brendan Fraser was the true whale. There we go. So now, our whale can fly. He's a happy little guy. He's a happy little boy. And because of that, we're going to clear out some of the area here. Because that's free XP. You watch Hachima? When she actually streams. The more I observe George R. R. Martin, the more I'm convinced he only wrote Song of Fire and Ice so he could be a Hollywood executive. Are you a VTuber, Stan? I like VTubers. Why does Spider-Man get the most tragic stories? Do they hate his man, or do they want to spite Stanley? No, it's because Spider-Man usually has some pretty good stories when he's, has tragic elements to him. Obviously, don't overdo it. Allow him to be just a guy, but he's at his best when he's actually forced to kind of work. Also, bro, stop with the weird J Blood questions. That's fucking gross, and I wouldn't have banned you if I was a mod in chat. What's on Fallout the Frontier since it's dead now? They're not remaking it. Fallout Phantom has fallen billions of mod. Yeah, that was a shit show. I watched Reddit says Desu. Very, very rarely, but yeah, he seems alright. Okay. Now we go over here. As stated, you get like a bunch of XP basically for free doing this. Nuts. So Cyber Interactive is splitting from Embracer Group. Yeah. That'll be interesting. Can Spider-Man shoot webs out his pee hole? Certain kind of web. There we go. That's on Sony Venomverse ending with Venom Last Dance. Yeah, like, that was probably the most pathetic attempts at creating a cinematic universe. Like, DC one was bad, but at least they tried. Venom, they fumbled the Venom one so hard, people barely even realized that was what they were trying to do. I mean, they're still trying to go ahead with it. They got, like, the Kraven the Hunter movie coming out. But after that, what do they really have? Only VTuber I watch now is Kirsten, kind of burned out. I stopped watching the Hollow Girls after Sana left. Yeah, Sana leaving hurt. Also, chat wants to know if you use a VTuber, and that actually sounds like a fun idea if your computer wouldn't explode like it did during Berserk Part 3 or 4. I think it was 4. I don't want to. I don't want to deal with all that. Yeah, Morbius. Yeah. Po' boy ingredients range from roast beef, ham, fried shrimp, fried crawfish, fried catfish, Louisiana hot sausage, fried chicken, alligator, duck, boudin, and rabbit. Oh, okay. Venom can't get a win. He really can't. I mean, Universal Monsters Cinematic Universe, pathetic. Yeah, that one was like... That one died after a movie. Nick Cage then talks about live-action Spider-Man Noir. Yeah, supposedly. Of all Batman's, Bruce Wayne's love interest, do you see him ending up with in the end? They always tease Catwoman. Catwoman's the one where, like, if it was going to happen, that's the one they really want to stick with. Hybrid's the only villain since he killed Carnage. Yeah. Make an official Bleach Visa debit cards. That's funny. Actually, like the Let There Be Carnage, the scene of him turning into a tornado showed me the movie wasn't meant to be taken seriously, just dumb fun. The problem is it still wasn't exactly, like, entertaining dumb fun. It was just kind of there. Batman and Catwoman have done the deed in their full latex costume on a roof. Rainy night in a comic. Chafing must have been awful. And franchise, you want to see the return of from Hayao so long as they were free of current brain rot? Not sure. At least in JLU, it seems like Batman, Wonder Woman are pretty close. Yeah, JLU kind of teased Batman, Wonder Woman, which I actually didn't hate. I thought that kind of worked. Venom 1 and 2, you need to be a bit drunk or buzzed to enjoy it. Yeah. Venom 2 done better if it wasn't during pandemic. In general, the Venom 1 was kind of okay and mid. The big problem is it was clearly meant to be R-rated, and they were just too scared to pull the trigger on it. This is what happens when you try to make a cinematic universe based on character without the main character. Yeah, right? Batman, Wonder Woman, underrated couple from the animated series. As stated, it was pretty good. I thought Diana had Trevor. As stated, this was Justice League Unlimited. So Trevor didn't exist. Because you got a decent Eminem song out of it. Yeah, true enough. Trevor was in the first season? He was? Did he, like, die? Because I don't remember him at all. I was, like, convinced... I was legit convinced he just wasn't there. So I'm going to try to make a cinematic character based on... Yeah. What's I try for Morbius 2? No. Why'd you start making YouTube videos? Because I wanted to. That's quite literally as simple as it was. We had Endwalker yet. No, we're still in Heaven's Ward. That's on Dark Skin Tomboy Catwoman from Catwoman Hunted. I thought it was pretty okay design. That's a dog dragon. That dragon's dumb mom fucked a dog. Miles' character was a bad trouble kid learning to redeem himself by learning to fate, becoming a new Spider-Man, learning to be a rare person. What do you think of the idea? As long as they did fucking anything with him. Miles is just not anything. He's just Black Peter. But they don't even let him have that amount of personality. Reveal juice? Yeah. Wonder Woman Batman is at least better than Snyder's plan. He won Lois Lane Batman. Yeah, that was fucking stupid. Like, I am really, really thankful that Joe Rogan did that interview with Zack Snyder, so people could see, like, Zack Snyder had no fucking idea what he was doing. He just took, like, he just took all the recognizable moments of Batman lore and then just spun it to where it's like, no, but that's not what happened. You know, no, but what if it different? What if it different? You know, that shit. The exact thing that everyone kept saying he was doing over and over again, and Snyder fans were like, no, he's thinking something out. He's cooking. Then you find out, no, he didn't have any fucking plan. He directly just fucked other directors over. Directors who actually gave a shit. Lois Lane Batman, holy cow, is actually even more retarded. Yeah, it's like, it was stupid. Honestly, sucks. It was like, wow, game fell off. Like, there was potential to just change the worst kind of life service. Oh, yeah. Yes, Trevor did die of old age since he was a lover when Wonder Woman in the League traveled back to World War II. Oh, okay. So, yeah, I guess he was there for an episode. That might be why I don't remember him. BVS just misunderstood version of Dark Knight Returns. Yeah, it's, like, incredibly stupid. Also, hopefully James Gunn makes a decent Superman film for WB's sake, otherwise truly Drover. I think it will. I think that's the entire thing going on with him right now with I'm going to have to end the stream. We have a fucking tornado. So, that's not ideal. Well, you're gonna die? That is the plan to avoid. So, you in the basement? Yeah, thank God that my office is in the basement, so. Yeah, unforeseen circumstances has kind of ended this one, so. I guess, see you guys? But, alright. I really don't know how to end this. This was this was genuinely like, holy shit. Because, man, I got to learn on my phone. It's like, yeah, run. So, okay. I know people are saying, like, man, the streams are getting shorter and shorter. This time it's not my fault. This time is actually not my fault.
Things you can't deny, you best believe it. Everything you wanted is gone. Struck down, although you don't like it. Nothing about it to be found. Violence speaks violence, you know you'll never stop it. The progress, we will protect the game. You struck a fuse, you can't refuse it. The memories of it will remain. The political scene, coming apart at the seams. It's the end of the American dream. The temperature is ready to burst. The future is not what it seems for the American dream. Time has come, you know we can't stop it. Know that the end is on here. Knock down the sound of it collapsing so loud no one can hear. Violence or violence, do you hear the sirens? Some that will hell of your demise. Excessive tensions, minor congestions, will have sifted through the lies. The political scene, coming apart at the seams. It's the end of the American dream. The temperature is ready to burst. The future is not what it seems for the American dream. The American dream. Things you can't deny, you best believe it. Everything you wanted is gone. Shut down, although you don't like it. Nothing about it can be found. The political scene, coming apart at the seams. It's the end of the American dream. The temperature is ready to burst. The future is not what it seems for the American dream. The American dream. The American dream. The American dream. The American dream.
Ask not what you can do for your country. Ask what your country can do for you.
Look at me, I'm Donkey Kong.